Hello guys, welcome to Amazon TV. I hope you're okay. Guys, remember what I told you a few days ago in one of my videos about the unity that is happening in South Africa amongst our tribes, Zulus, Xhosas, Sothos, Tswanas, and all other tribes in South Africa. I said to you, it's going to be a threat to our government. And I knew it because the reason why I said it's going to be a threat, if now we are coming together like this, as we did in Eastern Cape, that we all went there to assist people of Kukombo, they're not feeling comfortable. It's a threat to them because they think we are coming together, then we will be against them and we will speak in one voice. That is why they are shaking right now. This minister is now speaking exactly like Nigerian politicians who are spreading lies about the videos. She is now mixing izinto ezingekho related at all. Do you remember the story of a vendor man who was blocked by Idudula at the clinic? I think it was early last year, where Idudula asked amaphepha from that guy, not knowing that he was a vendor because he was there with a Zimbabwean wife. So when they heard the accent of the wife, they thought they are both foreigners. Then they asked papers as from that guy as well, because they thought they are both couple from Zimbabwe. So now, because this minister or this government of the ANC is trying by all means to divide our tribes as a South Africa, they are trying their best to divide South Africans. She is now mixing that video with what March and March, Nabo Phakela Umthakathi are doing in KZN. Exactly what they did about the video of Ghana. They said that Ghanaian who was blocked by Victoria and Trevor in Johannesburg is the same video with the one that March and March was disciplining that South African guy who was pickpocketing, stealing people's phones in KZN. So now, Minister Nchabeng is doing exactly the same thing, speaking exactly the same way as politicians from Ghana and Nigeria, spreading lies. Yo, fear politicians.
It's a national security issue because of the mobilization. Because you want a country to go into an uproar as if government is sitting and doing nothing. And we've seen consistently attempts to mobilize an uprising in the country. And small issues are used and minor issues are used to mobilize the uproars and uprisings. And they failed, and they will fail even in this time. And what is worse now is that there's this tribal connotation to it. If you can't speak X language, you are not a South African. If you can't speak X language, it's unacceptable. As if those people of that language can speak our languages. So it creates both situations, and that's why we are closely monitoring and working to support law enforcement in intelligence-led operations to make sure that this is dealt with, and we'll deal with it effectively. Thank you. Because you can't have people willy-nilly deciding to attack others with no basis of the attack, but based on a sentiment. And this is related to the tribal mobilization that is happening, that there's a grouping that wants to mobilize people around a particular tribe. So if you cannot speak that language, then you are deemed a foreign national and you are undocumented. You'll recall in one of the videos, there's a vendor guy who they want a passport for, and he tells them, but I am vendor, and so I will not have a passport, I have an ID. And they continued to attack him, to harass him. And he was just saved by the community. So that's why we're saying this thing is meant to undermine and destabilize the country, and we must call it for what it is. The mobilization against foreign nationals, it's a ruse that people are using to then want to mobilize society against the genuine concerns of South Africans. Because there cannot be a protest against opportunities to protect opportunities for South Africans that then mobilize on a particular language. If you don't speak that language, you cannot speak. You are not represented. You cannot be. South Africa, there is only one nation, which is the South African nation, because that's what our forebears strived for. And that nation is both black and white. It's non-racial. It's non-sexist. It's non-tribal. And that nation must be united. We are united in confronting our challenges, and we are united in finding the solutions, but we see ourselves as one people. And that's why our constitution also recognizes the 12 official languages, with the prospects of recognizing more languages. Because there's no one language that is superior than the other. All languages in South Africa are equal.
So they're scapegoating with AmaZulu right now. The same AmaZulu who are trying to unite all the tribes in South Africa, fighting for all the tribes in South Africa. These same Zulus went to uGompo to help abantu base uGompo, base East London, to fight the illegality that was committed by Nigerians. The same group of Nigerians that are allowed by them as the government to be here in this country committing all these illegal activities in this country. The same Zulus who went to Vosloorus to protest, to mobilize people in Vosloorus to protest, and then Mazwi was brought back because of that protest. What have AmaZulu done to this government now? The only crime AmaZulu committed was to unite all the tribes of South Africa, is to open the eyes of all South Africans. So AmaZulu are a threat now to the government because they are trying to fix the country. She is even calling concerns South Africans minor issues that other people are taking advantage of, then they will cause a problem for the country. Which problem did AmaZulu cause in this country? Is to complain about all the wrong things they are doing to us, is to fight for all South Africans. The crime we committed as AmaZulu is to speak out. The crime we committed as AmaZulu is to speak out, is to expose them, is to let the whole world know how they failed to govern this country. That is the crime AmaZulu committed. And uyabona ukuthi ngendlela uminister akhuluma ngayo ayibaphethe kahle lento eyenzakalayo ukuthi AmaZulu are fighting for the country. She is speaking about the tribalism, but she is the one who is a tribalist here. The same people she is accusing of having tribalism are the same people who are uniting tribes in South Africa. They don't even see even when they are exposing themselves. Minister spent a lot of time in that briefing speaking about AmaZulu. Was it even necessary for her to mention the name of a Zulu king in that briefing? What have we done as AmaZulu to them? So they are angry at the king because if bebona amabutho bayazi ukuthi a Zulu king allowed amabutho ukuthi ehambe yolwela izwe. So that is why manje bedinelwe ngisho king. Yo, fear politicians. Uwesabe ama-politicians. So guys, I hope you understand what is going on here and you will not allow them to succeed. Don't ever allow them to succeed. Let me know what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, to like and share the video. Love you guys. Bye.